we have Australia's largest range of tyre brands and sizes. Find a cheaper identical tyre locally stocked and we'll beat it. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
So teams coming out of the tunnel. South Melbourne, for those of you not familiar, in the blue, and Bentleigh Greens, of course, in the greens. And semi-finals, that extra level of pressure, spotting the grand final on the line. This is certainly going to be a very interesting match between South Melbourne and the Bentleigh Greens. Not so much trouble on their way through to the semi-finals when they won the title in 2015. They saw off Hume City. So both teams with recent success. Lujic, nearly with the perfect start, putting the ball just wide of the right-hand post. Unlike Bentleigh, who've only had the 3 days, long ball here is dealt with by Webster. Con says go the Greens. Nick says get up Greens. Great to have Pararoos international Benny Roach watching the stream the day before he flies out to Argentina for the World Cup. Schroen. Ball over to the left side. Epifano. South Melbourne committing numbers forward. Plenty of the penalty area if the ball can arrive. Monopolis back to the hot spot. And now loading up Fashini. Rips it over the bar and puts it out for a corner kick. Men's and women's grand finals together at Amy Park. But that's, as we see, Thurtell squirm free. Plays it to Clulo. And his bending shot didn't quite come back enough. It goes across the face. Dealing with the danger, and as is true to the counter-attacking style of this game, they try to go long, but Bentleigh sweep onto the ball. Sorry, I'll let you finish that point about grand final day last year.
Yeah, look, the grand final was fantastic. The only thing that I had a bit of a right with, did anyone realise it was Father's Day this Sunday before they...
Thurtell, a shot, and held on to by the keeper. Who knows, if they win that one, we're probably not having this conversation about them.
No, correct. Look, I think they're a proud club, and, you know, with a lot of history.
As the ball here is sitting up into the side netting. Well, Ryan Scott was apprehensive coming off his line, and the bursting run through the left by Matthew Miller. Half the crowd thought that the ball had gone the right side of the net. A half chance maybe for Monopolis to sneak in. The ball is cleared away. Marla committed. It's been the trademark of his game so far tonight, but Bentleigh again escaped with the ball. Clulo looking for the run of Thurtell. He can be a lethal finisher. Does he get a sighter here? He does, but on this occasion he sends it high, and Thurtell knows what a missed opportunity that was. Rutherford will take it right-footed, and the ball in is bundled over the line.
Oh, the linesman's given it.
It's been paid.
Tyson Holmes, I think.
Tyson Holmes celebrating the goal as Bentleigh Greens go in front. It was quite literally a line ball decision, and the replays will prove crucial here as the Bentleigh Greens lead in the semi-final. It was Rutherford's free kick whipped in, Holmes with a header, and the outstretched boot of Kristian Konstantinidis couldn't clear it off the line in time. Bentleigh Greens 1, South Melbourne 0.
Well, we just talked about, Taya, that they've had them under the pump for the last 3 minutes with a couple of set pieces, and that was a great ball in there by Ruffton.
Got the goal they needed, and perhaps the neutrals getting the goal the game needed, because if South Melbourne had taken the lead against a potentially physically and mentally tired Bentleigh Greens, we could have been in for a bit of a long night, but Bentleigh are playing like men possessed. Clulo wins possession, plays it to Hatzimaradis. This could be two. It's batted down by Roganovic, who makes a very good save.
That's the hardest thing. Playing that many games, it's all about consistency and having a strong squad. And if you don't put your chances away when you've got them.
Clulo, a back header! And he's saved from every meme page on earth by the ball rolling wide. That was Trent Clulo nearly scoring one of the all-time own goals.
Tell you what, Ryan Scott just grew about 2 feet there. It's fantastic where it's come in such a short period of time. So, tell you what, Taya, that's also mouth-watering for something like that to go through.
I was speaking to a few South Melbourne people, as we see here, Epifano playing the ball to Monopolis. Oh, that would have been quite the goal, but Ryan Scott has foiled him again. Great save from the Bentleigh keeper to keep his team in a 1-0 lead.
Well, what we say, we said that first save, he had no right to save that, but this one here is just as good.
Breaks to the right side. What's the delivery like from Fashini? Straight into the airspace of Rutherford, who gets the ball away. Konstantinidis was forward for the set piece. Moves it on to Schroen, who lets rip and puts it over the bar. And if you are watching, get out to the grand final. We'll have the details hopefully tonight, maybe tomorrow morning at the very latest, where you'll be able to watch the 2017 decider. Litfin, promising build-up for the Greens. Clulo, just wide to the left. And the referee's seen enough. That will be half-time.
I think put in a professional environment, I think he'd be fantastic. And not many people know this, but he's a brickie by trade. So the work that he does is quite...
Holmes, Thurtell loves a volley. Oh! Pick that one out! Matt Thurtell puts Bentleigh Greens into a 2-0 lead. What a corker!
Tell you what, that is some strike.
We saw it coming, and Matt Thurtell, he loves a volley. Does he what? Bentleigh Greens are 2-0 to the good.
Tell you called it. As soon as that ball sat up, you've called it. He loves a volley, and as soon as he left his foot, that was in the top corner. Did not look like missing. What an absolute perler.
We'll say with this free kick, South Melbourne could get the instant reply because Scott's in no man's land, and they do get the instant reply. Konstantinidis able to find the back of the net. Game right back on. South Melbourne 1, Bentleigh Greens 2. And any fears that they might have been crashing out are put on hold for now because we're back to a one-goal game. And the centre-back with so much to prove after serving that mammoth suspension, well, he's got them back in business. Favour of the home team. Free kick from Ruthven into a big pack of players and the one man at the far post.
To be honest, all the Millers, especially even young Hamish that I've got at Kingston, they're all very, very, very strong athletes.
Monopolis plays it to Schroen. Strokes back to Monopolis, and it's held on to by the keeper. Straight at him in the end, off the boot. It looked promising, but he couldn't get any direction on the shots. Burgers with 1 foot in the grand final. They just need to score a second goal. South have coughed up possession here. A Bentleigh on. Hatzimaratis breaking through the left side. And the goalkeeper, Ruganovic, courageously sliding out to take the ball. Thanks to the Heidelberg United call team for bringing us the live pictures. Schroen's corner in the meantime. Konstantinidis, he couldn't score a double, but he, oh boy! It was always rising, and in the end it rose just a bit too much.
It's turned out to be an absolute pearl of a strike. Great touch on the chest.
Oh,
and that did not miss by much.
Here comes a corner kick for Tyson Holmes. Swings the ball into the head of Webster, both wearing yellow boots tonight. Webster against Epifano against Scott. And the goalkeeper wins the foot race. There is still a very light rain falling here. So a slip at an inopportune time, you called it, Tulsi, may yet be coming. Epifano cut back. Norton! Norton! South Melbourne level! They've done it! And it's Captain Fantastic, Brad Norton, who brings them level. And Lakeside obliges. We're 2-2 with 20 to go.
Bradley Norton again, his work rate, and he's up and down all day. And I'll tell you what, every time he's gone into that area in the first half, he decided to cross it. For the first time, he's taken the responsibility himself, captain, and it's a great finish. Scotty had no chance.
Well, South Melbourne will have the home fans behind them from here. The Bentleigh Greens have the legs in the last 20 minutes. Or does South Melbourne go on with the job? That's the burning question. And it is Lee Monopolis, after all, who makes way for Jesse Daly.
Non-preferred right back at right back.
And he goes into the centre of midfield for now. Glavin, a right back. He comes on with 12 minutes to go. Ruthven just collapsed out of the way. And Marcus Schroen is able to stride forward and play through Miller. And he was caught in two minds between a shot of his own and trying to tee up Miloš Lijic. This one's 6 minutes in front at Lakeside. As of right now, Heidelberg advancing. Ruthven caught in possession. Lijic, header into the path of Fashini. Back into the path of Lijic. Is this the moment? It goes wide. It goes wide.
Wow.
And Lijic, so deadly so often on that occasion, the finishing touch abandoned him.
Chris, I'd be looking at Zinni because at the moment the back line of Bentleigh is finding it extremely hard to go with the pace, and Schroen and Miller, the third man runs, have caused them a lot of headaches.
Well, John Anastasiadis is motioning very urgently to his subs. South Melbourne, can they strike in the meantime? Daly puts it wide left.
Tell you what, Matty Miller's last 5 minutes, the work he's put in to get on the end of these long balls has been phenomenal. Oakley will equalise. Bentleigh will score a winner here.
Let's see how these 4 minutes transpire. Fashini, Holmes, every 50-50 ball crucial at the moment. And Fashini back in. South win possession. Epifano able to step through and find Norton. He loads up on the left foot. Trowan, Daly, and blocked straight off the boots.
Archibald extremely well again.
Trowan through the right side. And now Marler piling forward. And it's cleared away by Archibald out for a throw. Challenging conditions. Webster over to Epifano. He looked like he might have been the man to win it for South Melbourne at the end of regulation. He's been a bit more subdued in the 8 minutes of extra time. Great run here from Trowan. And here's the chance. No, flag up against Lujic. I was wondering how he got so free. Well, he was offside. Free kick for Daly. It's going to land just inside the penalty area. Who's coming up with the ball? Lujic. And an attempt maybe from Adams. And Lujic! Cleared! Somehow it stayed out! A combination of Ryan Scott and Jack Webster have managed to form a force field and keep the ball from crossing the line. And South Melbourne are denied the lead for the first time tonight.
Well, Tay, if you ask me what happened there, no idea because... Oh, yeah, it hit Webster in the chest. Hit Scott. And almost went in.
Kieran Dover.
Good feet.
Back to Holmes. Swings the ball to the top of the area. Headed away by Daly. Now Troy Ruthven turning onto his right. Parry. It's loose. And South Melbourne clear. Full of energy. Looking to make his 12 minutes count here at the end of the night. Webster. Still full of running. Bursting forward. Tyson Holmes. Back to Jack Webster.
Good dummy.
Thurtell. And now Webster again. Honos deflected and just wide. Corner kick for the Bentleigh Green.
Wow, what a start from Bentleigh in the second period of extra time.
Reganovic versus Scott, hard to call. Reganovic does have a fantastic recent history against Bentleigh Greens from the penalty spot. South Melbourne breaking forward. Marler, full of running. Tim Marler loading up and blazing high and wide. He is one of the first choice takers for South Melbourne, so you'd expect that in 5 minutes' time, if we do go to penalties, he'll be taking, but will we need them? Well, on the evidence of that Fashini attempt, we will.
Two captains coming together. Here we go.
Webster just dinks it over the top to Holmes. Has to be careful. Schroen's trying to pick his pocket. Holmes tailing back. And Schroen able to get in front. And now Norton. And now South Melbourne are on. Daly fires over.
Pilko, great covering. Tell you what, I was watching Pilko coming in. He has done an absolute gut-busting run to get back.
Holmes. Back into the penalty area. Archibald from a standing start. Konstantinidis over the head of Ruthven. South half a chance. Held by Scott. Schroen with the attempt. And it tumbled into the goalkeeper's grasp. And he gets there, but Norton's guarding him. Can Dover find a moment of magic? Kieran Dover still going. Blocked. And South Melbourne first to react. Daly gets it away. The minute of stoppage is up. And South Melbourne didn't get to bring Zinni on. We're going to penalty kicks to decide who goes through to the PlayStation 4 NPL Victoria Grand Final of 2017. Because it's penalties to decide who goes through to the Grand Final. Thurtell up first. And Thurtell putting Bentleigh into a 1-0 lead.
It's a confident penalty. Straight down the middle.
Epifano rolls it into the bottom right corner. And we are level 1-1 in the shootout. Holmes measures out his run-up. It's Holmes. And he buries it in the bottom right as well. Good penalty, and it's 2-1 to the Bentleigh Greens. Close to where the paint is. The referee's happy, though. Norton trying to keep South on parity, and it's into the post.
Save.
A touch on the way from Ryan Scott. Into the woodwork it went. Put it down as a save, and Bentleigh are in a 2-1 lead.
Great, again, Ryan Scott. Great save onto the post.
Can Bentleigh press home their advantage? Another clinical penalty. And put away with real conviction. It's not curtains if he misses, but it will be close. Schroen keep South in business.
Scott guessed the right way, but it was a great penalty.
That on edge. Ruthven fires it into the top right corner. Good luck putting him off.
Wow.
Pavlu places the ball. The pressure immense. To keep South Melbourne alive. He scores.
Weird style, but it worked.
Honos for a spot in the grand final. Bentleigh go through. Bentleigh Greens to face Heidelberg in the PlayStation 4 NPL Victoria Grand Final of 2017. A perfect 5 from 5 from the penalty spot. South Melbourne go out. Bentleigh Greens go through.
You know, they'll be feeling hard done by, but again, CT will get them up. They know what's at stake against Gold Coast City, so look, they've done well again tonight. Another solid season for them, especially with where they came from.
True.
The start they had. Yep. People got to remember, to do what they've done is a credit to them.